Hello and welcome back into Houck Stadium. We're here at halftime of our game between the Southeast Missouri State Redhawks and the UT Martin Skyhawks. A little bit of a battle of the Hawks. For Ryan Tate, I am Kyler Messenger, and we're going to be giving you a look at the halftime recap, which is presented by United Fidelity Bank. United Fidelity Bank serving their community since 1914. So, UT Martin obviously leading the game 1-0. They have been dominating on the offensive side. They have 5 more shots than SEMO. 6 shots as compared to SEMO's 1. 2 of those being on goal. SEMO shooting a 1,000 shot on goal percentage. They have shot 1 goal and 1 has been on target. But UT Martin just dominating this game so far. SEMO's going to have to come out in the second half and come out aggressive if they want a chance at this. Around the OVC, if you are interested, we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of our games going on right now. Started at noon, Tennessee Tech and Lindenwood. Tennessee Tech defeated Lindenwood 4-1. Also, what happened earlier, Eastern Illinois defeated Morehead State in a match of 1-0. Your first place OVC Eastern Illinois Panthers remain in first. They are still undefeated in the OVC. Also, a game that has finished this morning, Southern Illinois and Little Rock tied at 1-1. So that was just a quick look at some of our games around the OVC. UT Martin's got 1, SEMO's got 0. This game's still going, and we'll see you in the second half when we come back. Don't forget, you're watching Ohio Valley Conference Women's Volleyball on ESPN+.
Are you ready to take your money to new heights? Get a flexible
Welcome back. You are watching Ohio Valley Conference Women's Soccer here on ESPN+. We are at halftime at Houck Field in Cape Girardeau, where it is the UT Martin Skyhawks 1 and the SEMO Redhawks 0. I'm Ryan Tate, alongside of me, Kyler Messenger. And Kyler, very defensive matchup. You were talking about, to start off, coming into this game, we knew defense was going to be the dominating factor. What we didn't know was like where was the offense going to come from on both teams, and it happened to be the defense making the offense work for UT Martin with that first goal less than 2 minutes into the half.
Absolutely, Ryan. We saw UT Martin come out of this game and score a goal in under 2 minutes. UT Martin, in their last contest, their last game against EIU, they allowed a goal in under 30 seconds. The 23rd second EIU scored. Now, I watched that game. What a crazy start to the game. And this SEMO game felt just like it. But the rest of the first half went scoreless. UT Martin didn't score. SEMO didn't score. So in my opinion, that favors SEMO's way. SEMO has been coming out of the second half this whole season more strong than they have in the first half. It's just a fact. Now, Coach Klein has wanted them to come out and start more fast and start better than they have, but it just hasn't happened yet. I believe that this SEMO team is going to come out in the second half looking to make more happen on the offensive side than they did in the first half. But, as you said, lots of defense going on today.
Yeah, and Martin came into this matchup playing really solid defense, and when they get a lead, despite the fact that they only have one win on the season, they have 6 ties in their 12 matches this year. 5 of those, 5 shutouts so far for their goaltender, Mac Titus. SEMO head coach John Klein trying to mix really the lineups up, trying to find some sort of some magical, lineup here to try to get some offense going. He made 8 substitutions in the first half. So we had our starting 11 and 8 players from the bench came into the match in the first half for SEMO as they've tried to, again, find something offensively that they just really haven't had most of the season.
And we talked about that main bench piece being Haley Hagenmiller, the player who has scored 2 goals in her last 2 games, has scored all 5 of her season's 5 points in the last 5 matches. She's on a heat streak, and coach decides to bring her off of the bench today. Just an interesting move from Coach Klein, hoping to bring some aggressiveness later in the latter half of that first half and hoping that she can come in this second half and get another goal on her stat sheet.
So the next matchup for SEMO, they play at Western Illinois later this week. Meanwhile, UT Martin plays at home against Little Rock on October 9th. So it's a season is starting to wind down. This fall season, unbelievably winding down here in the Ohio Valley Conference season, and it's the Redhawks still looking for their first win in 2025, 0-11-1, and if they're going to get that win, they're going to need at least 2 goals in the second half. We are at halftime here from Houck Stadium. It is UT Martin 1, SEMO 0. Start of the second half coming up shortly, as you can see the officials making their way back onto the field. We'll take another short break and bring you the second half coming up in just a few minutes. You're watching Ohio Valley Conference Women's Soccer on ESPN+. Welcome back. You are watching Ohio Valley Conference Women's Soccer here on ESPN+. Start of the second half almost underway here from Houck Stadium. I'm Ryan Tate, alongside of me, Kyler Messenger. You can see the officials at midfield. You can see the Skyhawk players walking back onto the pitch, and the Red Hawk players will be joining them shortly. It is UT Martin 1, SEMO 0 as we get ready to start the second half. And Kyler, it was a very defensive first half. We knew that coming into this match. These two teams have combined for only one win this season. Defensively, though, is where the Skyhawks really have done well this year. They may have 5 losses, but they have 6 ties, meaning they are in a lot of these matchups. And the reason they're in these matchups is because of their solid defense, and they really did put the clamps on let's just say, an offensively challenged SEMO team this season. And with as good as the Skyhawks are defensively, it was tough sledding for the Red Hawks in the first half.
Yeah, as you mentioned, the Red Hawks have been struggling offensively, but the Skyhawks absolutely putting the clamps on them. This is a team that runs kind of a 4-3-3 type defense with those 4 defenders, 4 people in the back of the field. And wow, have they been playing good today. A very organized defense. Coach Varga, not necessarily a defensive-minded coach, but he sure knows how to organize this defense, this team, and it's something that Coach Klein talked about as well. We talked to Coach John Klein of SEMO before the game, and he just mentioned to us how organized this UT Martin Skyhawks defense is. I mean, they just know how to rotate, and they keep their shell. They really keep their shape. This is a team that plays at a high level. Now, we mentioned it. Both of these teams combining for 1 win, but you wouldn't know it. This UT Martin team has played an absolutely difficult schedule before they made it to their OVC conference play. They beat the Lindenwood Lions 4-2, coming in for their first win of the game or of the season, excuse me, and for their first OVC loss. They did play EIU, the Eastern Illinois Panthers, and they went down 0-1. Panthers, the first team in the OVC. They are first in the OVC, and UT Martin only went down 0-1 against them. This is a good UT Martin team, and this is a good SEMO team.
Yeah, the SEMO squad has been trying to get things happening again this season again. They are just a squad who has been battling injuries most of the season. The Skyhawks in their blue with the orange trim, they are going to be going left to right. SEMO in their white home jerseys, but with the pink trim, because this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and this is the pink out game. So they got the pink sleeves for the Red Hawks. It'll be the Red Hawks who have possession to start the second half, and they'll be going from right to left. So we'll see what kind of what changes there are offensively and to the lineups to start this second half for both squads. Again, a lot of substitutions in the first half by John Klein of SEMO. He had 8 players come off the bench.
Quick look at some of our stats from the first half. UT Martin is out shooting SEMO 6-1. UT Martin has shot 6 times. SEMO has only shot 1. So this defense that we keep talking about of the Skyhawks have only allowed 1 shot. And what's better than a good defense is an even better goalie behind that. Mac Titus hasn't had to do too much difficulty today, but a great goalie back there. And we're back. Second half is underway.
So it's Emma Cloud with possession for the Red Hawks. She sends it down over midfield. So it's Carson Bonensteel with the ball going off of her foot and out of bounds. So it'll be Skyhawk possession. Bonensteel didn't start the game, but she is starting the second half. Skyhawks looking to counter. Centering pass to Cook. Peyton Cook with the one and only goal of this game. Galinas.
UT Martin, although they have one more win than SEMO, they have scored less goals this season. And it's surprising. This UT Martin just scored 4 against Lindenwood. They scored 4 goals in the same game, and yet they are only at 7 total goals on the season so far, including that Peyton Cook goal that happened earlier in this game.
Which shows how good they are defensively. that they are as competitive as they are with only one win.
Absolutely does. And here's how good their defense is. Mac Titus, not first in the OVC in saves, not first in the OVC in saves per game, but she's first in the OVC in goals allowed per game because this defense just allows so little goals. She's only allowing 0.7 per game.
Bonin Steele knocks it off a defender. It will be a corner, the first corner of the second half for the Red Hawks as Justy Nelson lines it up. We saw a couple of set pieces from the Red Hawks off of corners in the first half, and it just did not, nothing even came of it. Nelson sends it in. Bonin Steele loses possession. It'll go off the goal line. And it'll be a goal kick for the Skyhawks. So it's the Skyhawks against the Red Hawks here in the second half from Houck Stadium.
So far in this season, we've seen SEMO with those corner kicks go a little bit over the goal on that one. You could see Nelson clearly making sure that that does not happen, lasering that ball. Kept that one low, but she didn't keep it. She kept it in the field of play. Obviously met her goal on that one. You can see the Red Hawks are working at the mistakes that they've made so far this season. If you're the Red Hawks for the second half, you just got to break down this UT Martin defense. That's what I think the Red Hawks really need to do if they want to tie this game, if they want a contest, if they want to win this game. They got to get that UT Martin defense out of their shape. They got to get them on their toes and moving.
So it was Justy Nelson who went down. No foul called. And then a turnover by the Skyhawks, and the Red Hawks turn it back over. Domian off to the left side. Finds Nelson. Nelson with a little help. Turns it back to the middle. Tries to center it. Good possession here for the Red Hawks, just unable to keep possession of it.
We talked about Maya Domian on that play. SEMO starting Domian and Justy Nelson. So they start two Jackson High School graduates today. They also got first-year assistant head coach Justin McMillan on the sideline, former Jackson High School head coach there. So we got some Southeast Missouri blood here in Cape Girardeau ready for the game.
Klinkart sends it down. Nelson grabs it at midfield. Klinkart sends it down. Nelson, foul against McCleary. So the Red Hawks trying better at trying to keep possession instead of just sending it down for long passes. Emma Cloud touches it in and sends it out of bounds. So it'll be a goal kick for the Skyhawks. 5 minutes into the second half. It is still Martin 1, SEMO 0. And more pressure here from the Red Hawk defense, forcing the Skyhawks to go the length of the field. And the defense works as Emma Cloud gets possession for the Red Hawks. But a slip on the far side. Looks like Riley Henderson might have been stepped on there. They're over at midfield. Throw in by the Skyhawks. They turn it over. Domian loses possession, kicks it away. but we will have a foul called on Maya Domian. No bookings in this game so far. No yellow cards shown by the ref. Previous home game here at Houck Field, I believe we saw 5 or 6 of them issued.
That game you're talking about is between SEMO and Little Rock. That was an aggressive game where SEMO got their first tie of the game.
Cook with the center. Ball loose. Geisler was able to get one of the big mitts on it. Helped to deflect it away. You were saying?
We were saying that aggressiveness that we saw out of the SEMO and Little Rock game just a few ago, it's how SEMO got their first contest. That team was playing aggressively in that Little Rock game. Just to bring it back, in the first half, Little Rock had a couple penalties. They had 2 yellow cards to SEMO's none. And then in the second half, SEMO played a little bit more aggressively and ended up getting on the board with some yellow cards of themselves. So we talk about this SEMO team just playing a little bit more aggressive in the second half as compared to the first. They're doing that so far.
You saw Justine Nelson there on a break and got sandwiched, went down. Ref was standing right there, no foul called. Then ball was knocked out of bounds, and it'll be a SEMO throw-in. So again, the Red Hawks looking to try to set something up offensively. Just struggled so far. Kretzler sends it forward, nobody there. Was looking for Bonensteel. Bonensteel went to her right instead of going up the pitch.
Great play there by Kretzler to keep possession on that one. Looked like she flicked that from the back of her foot, maybe her heel. I'm not sure exactly what she did on that one. She's the one who did it, but it was a great play. And UT Martin is moving.
Andrade sends it back. Buckman sends it forward. McCleary sends it towards Geisler, who is able to corral it. So a little bit of a build-up there for UT Martin. Again, they are going to play more of a defensive style and then go with the counter, which is how they got their first and only goal of this match.
Still only 7 goals on the season so far. It's just shocking. This UT Martin team is quite a nice roster. It's a good roster. It's a well-coached team. They just don't score as often as you think they do. Ryan, they lead the OVC in shots taken. It's not like this team is not an offensive team. It just hasn't, the pieces haven't worked. The pieces have not been put together completely, but this is a nice squad.
Yeah, the pieces offensively, just they haven't been able to put the ball in the net. Defensively, really solid. Houston throws it in. Redhawks looking to just do anything offensively here. Domian has it taken away. So that Skyhawk defense comes through again. Titus from the goal sends it forward.
I mean, both this SEMO and UT Martin team are really low scorers. They both kind of have the same kind of mold of a best player. I would say Peyton Cook and Justine Nelson comparatively both lead each team in points. Both lead each team in goals. Both lead each team in assists. So both of these teams kind of have like a MVP type player.
Saviano in the right wing. Drops it off. Centering pass for the Redhawks. Nelson with the left foot. Knocked away. Good defense there by the Skyhawks. Asia McCleary helping out her goaltender, and we'll have a corner for SEMO.
And a great cross over there from SEMO to get the ball to Justine Nelson. Right on cue, your team leader in goals. Almost knocks another one in there with her left foot. But she's going to get a chance at yet another corner, the third of the day for Nelson.
And for the Redhawks, number 8, Serena Markovic.
Nelson. Header up and over the crossbar. The SEMO aerial game hasn't been on target. So any of the corners, especially recently, that they've been able to put in there, if it's not a set piece, they're just not able to get the headers on the net. Another turnover. Kretzler is able to help gain possession for the Redhawks, and then it gets taken away again. Laya Mott gets taken down. Bench looking for a foul, and they get one.
Foul goes against Laya Amat, who has been playing some stellar defense so far in this half. They're going to give it right back to her.
Cloud touches it in quickly. Amat, the centering pass. It's Bone and Steel on the right side. Being marked by Addington. Ball kicked away. It'll be a throw in for the Red Hawks.
Hagenmiller working to shake the defender over there in the corner.
And it looks like we may have another corner. And we do. So it'll be Justine Nelson with another corner. This time from the opposite side.
Now look, the SEMO team hasn't hit the scoreboards yet, but they started down 3-1 with a corner in favor of UT Martin, and now they're up to 4 corners themselves.
There it is, nice. That one was a nice one by Justine Nelson. That had more bend on it. It didn't go up and over the crossbar. So she's going to go from one side to the other and have another corner.
SEMO getting their 4th and 5th corners back-to-back here. They're now leading the corner matchup as they get 2 in a row. SEMO hoping to take advantage right here of this opportunity that they've been given.
Nelson drives it in. Headed away by Martin, and they start in on the counter, but it's Emma Cloud who keeps possession for the Red Hawks. She sends it in, but there's nobody there. I don't even think we've had an offsides called in this match yet.
We have not.
So it's kind of just says that there really hasn't been much of a buildup. A lot of it has just been kind of dumping it into the opposing team's area of the their defensive end of the field. We have not had an offsides called.
A very organized game. Both of these teams playing quite well organized soccer.
Nelson turns it back in. Shot on goal. Sent up and over the crossbar by Mac Titus. It looked like she had it really right at her, but instead of almost risking it, the ball going, having her hands up over her head and risking it going maybe through her hands into the net, she decided to just kind of punch it over the crossbar.
And Justine Nelson, who's been coming out of the second half aggressive with some nice corner kicks, looks to get another shot. She gets a shot on goal for that one. Like you said, it looked like the goalie almost had that one at her face, and then she dove a little bit.
Nelson sends it in, punched away by Titus. Red Hawks keep pressure on this in the Skyhawks zone and then turn it over.
And this is about as much pressure as the Red Hawks have applied all game offensively. A crucial moment right here for SEMO if they can keep applying this pressure.
Markovic dumps it back. McCleary heads it forward to Cook. Cook sends it down the pitch.
Alexandra Ways almost tracks that one down. Team leader in shots, looking to get another one.
But again, that's what the Skyhawks are trying to do, play suffocating defense and then go on the counter. And that was Cook trying to find ways on the counter there, just wasn't able to get her the ball. Under 30 minutes to go here in the second half. Martin 1, SEMO nothing. Martin scored within the first 2 minutes of this game on a counterattack. Cook with the goal. Oostergaard Ibsen to throw it in. Shot on goal, Geisler, easy save.
First shot of the second half for UT Martin. Geisler makes the save, but UT Martin getting that shot up. Now Geisler's got 2 saves and 1 allowed. That we just mentioned happened in the first 2 minutes of this game. We've had a shutout since then.
Titus sends it forward. Red Hawks unable to keep possession. Cook along the right side. Turns it back to the middle of the pitch, looking for a little help. Double teamed in that side of the field. Didn't really have any help. So she turns it over, and it's Red Hawks possession.
SEMO defense comes up top on that possession. As you said, Ryan, it looked like she was looking to make a pass on that one, and even if that pass did go through.
Markovic wins the ball to Nelson, back to Markovic. Sends it back to Amat. Nelson, centering, kicked away. Justy Nelson keeps it in. Nelson on the net, save by Titus.
She is so fast. She just gets outside of those defenders for UT Martin and can be able to get that shot off is quite impressive, I may say. It doesn't go in, but a good possession there from Justy Nelson, not only getting one shot up, but getting back-to-back shots up.
And it was Asia McCleary who was marking her on that left side. Did a really nice job of staying between Justy Nelson and the goal, not allowing Nelson to turn the corner or get a really solid shot off.
Absolutely the start of the half for SEMO that they wanted, though. They're playing aggressive, Ryan. They're playing better offense than we saw all first half. We talked about this earlier. They come out in this second half, and it's almost just like a different ball club than it was in the first half.
Cook able to win possession for the Skyhawks. Fuchs sends it forward. Hundrads finds Cook. Flag is still down. Cook gets the ball poked away. Solid defense by Emma Cloud.
Cloud causing the turnover on that one. Some great defense there by Emma Cloud. Former Columbia College student, has been with Coach Klein. This is not her first year with Coach Klein. She's been with Klein for the last couple.
McCleary to throw it in. McCleary with the center. Hundrads has it. Tries to send it on the net. Cleared by the Redhawks. McCleary to Cook. Cook turns, just loses possession. Looking for again, centering pass. Off a Red Hawk arm, and that is really close to being in the box. It is not, but it is going to be a free kick for the Skyhawks just outside of the box. So a free kick here for the Skyhawks. Little miscommunication, Addington and Wolf, unless that was predetermined and a set play. It didn't work. If it did, it didn't fool the Redhawks, and now they're trying to break out.
Ryan, I do think that was a set play.
I think it was too.
Uni Wolf going to school for soccer, looking to tap into her acting abilities as well, putting her hands on her head, acting like she's mad. I mean, straight from Sweden, Uni Wolf with a great acting performance on that one. We thought it was a set play, or we thought it was a miscommunication. That had to be a set play, though.
That was a set play, yes. That was absolutely a set play. I'm just surprised that they ran one from that spot. That was a great spot for a free kick.
I wonder if that's Uni, if that's her doing, or if that's a coach's doing.
I think that's a coach's doing. Yeah, it looked like it was coordinated between Addington and Wolf.
And there's Wolf once again.
Coming back for the ball, cleared away by Cook. It'll be a throw in for the Redhawks. Under 24 minutes to go here in the second half. Martin 1, SEMO 0. Only one tie on the season for the Redhawks, and that was their last home game against Little Rock. Meanwhile, the Skyhawks have tied 6 times this year. Bonensteel lays it off to Houston. Houston, left side, left foot, shot on goal, save by Titus. All of the shots for SEMO had been from long range. That one certainly wasn't close. That was about 15 to 20 yards out. Titus had plenty of time to eyeball that one and put her mitts on it.
Talk about SEMO's goals being from a far range. Let's talk about Haley Hagenmiller's last goal for this team. We talked to Coach Klein. He said that wasn't even a shot that he thought she was going to take. Hagenmiller's last goal against Southern Indiana came from about 30 yards out. And I wasn't at the game, so I don't know the exact yardage, but I will say about. It was a far shot for Hagenmiller, who hasn't had a shot attempt today. Definitely something to watch for these final 23 minutes.
Emma Cloud to key it in for the Redhawks. Houston with the right foot sends it in, knocked away. Redhawks just really struggling to get inside of this Skyhawk defense. Saviano looks for a little give and go there, but it was Saviano who didn't do the go part of it.
Just to give on that one. A good play if it worked, but doesn't work on that one. Ball is back in UT Martin's hands.
Macy Hockett checks into the match for the Redhawks. Kretzler and Bonensteel, middle of the pitch. Houston keeps possession. Back to Emma Cloud. Cloud looking forward to Bonensteel, but it went out of bounds, and so it'll be Skyhawk possession. So it'll be a Skyhawks throw in.
For the Skyhawks, number 10, Abby McKinley.
And Skyhawks certainly not in any kind of hurry. Oh, it's Titus with nice footwork in the goal mouth there. Very dangerous play, but a very veteran move. Able to keep possession of that ball. Very dangerous back there in front of the Skyhawk net.
Absolutely a veteran play there from the redshirt senior. You know, Tate has been here at UT Martin for 2 years, was at North Texas the year before that, but she's been absolutely making headlines since being at UT Martin for these last 2 years.
Cook coming back and playing some defense from her striker position, but it's the Redhawks who keep possession of it. Markovic gets the ball taken away. She'll have a throw in. Trying to key it in quick.
Markovic is aggressive. You saw how she was getting that ball. She literally stole that ball from the hands of the opponent.
Klinkhart to throw it in. Under 20 minutes to go in the second half.
And that ball was just bouncing off of the hands from Klinkhart. Nobody touched it. It looks like Markovic maybe almost got a head on it, but that ball just goes straight from Klinkhart to the goalie.
Some issues with the rosters we've been given, but 24 is Olivia Klinkhart. Under 19 minutes to go. Martin with a 1-0 lead over SEMO.
Talk about Klinkhart being on the field right now. One of the 3 Jackson grads on this team that we can see on the field. Maya Domian, Justy Nelson, and Olivia Klinkhart. This team also has they have 5 total Cape Girardeau, Southeast Missouri residents, but 3 of them went to Jackson, that being Domian, Nelson, and Klinkhart.
Abby McHenry on the offensive side for Martin. And we'll have a foul called back up the pitch. So it'll be Galinas with the free kick for Martin. And at this point in the match, the Skyhawks very deliberate with their movements and their offense. Galinas sends it in. Nice header. Ball free in the underneath. Geisler with the save.
Geisler just putting her body next to the post, making sure there's no room where that ball can get in, and she does a great job at that. Geisler with a nice save.
Yeah, Skyhawks looked to go short side, and it was Geisler who was able in excellent position. So it's McCleary on the corner for the Skyhawks. She sends it in. Geisler with the save. And an easy save from Madison Geisler.
I didn't necessarily look if she jumped on that one or if she was just flat-footed, but nonetheless, it was right to her head, and she caught that one. A good save back-to-back by Madison Geisler.
So after that flurry really to start the second half, Redhawks unable to keep the ball in the Skyhawk zone. Markovic. To Saviano. Saviano on net. Nice save by Titus. And cleared away by the Skyhawks.
What an attempt there from Ali Saviano. We talked about how far these Redhawks have been shooting from, and she shot that one from almost midfield.
McCleary has Cook. McCleary looks for Cook. Geisler with the save. Back and forth now. It's Markovic. Hundrads send it back. Buckman back there, McCleary back there. Along with Galinas. Addington sends it forward, turns it over. Houston lays it off to Bone and Steel. Back to Houston. Build up here for the Redhawks. Markovic. Bone and Steel. Save.
And it looks like SEMO had it. They had him on a 4-on-3, Ryan. It looked like SEMO was winning that 4-on-3 possession, but they're still staying aggressive on offense. They had a little bit of a mishap with the ball, so then they turn around and Carson Bonensteel almost with another shot attempt, almost with a goal, but Mac Titus was able to make that great save. SEMO playing aggressive, though, and so is UT Martin on the counterattack. Both of these teams now back and forth with under 20 minutes to go in the second, trying to get some offense moving.
So where are we now in the shots on goal category?
Our shots on goal category, over on the UT Martin side, you got 4, but on SEMO, you have 5. SEMO is now leading in the shots on goal category after that one from Carson Bonensteel.
Hundrads looks for some help. Dumps it off to Galinas.
UT Martin still out shooting SEMO. UT Martin has taken one more total shot than SEMO, but SEMO's 5 shots on goal is one more than UT Martin's 4.
In for the Redhawks, number 12, Justine Nelson.
Skyhawk possession. Oostergaard Ibsen to throw it in for the Skyhawks. Again, at the point where they are very deliberate with their offense. Substitution now for the Skyhawks. Caroline Moore checks in.
Transfer from Oral Roberts coming into the game for the Skyhawks. They have made quite less substitutions than SEMO has so far in this game.
Oostergaard Ibsen again to throw it in.
Ryan, also in the game right now for UT Martin, a couple of the other substitutions, the twins, Bree and G Verdi, are both in the game, not just one of the Verdis. And you see on cue, you see G Verdi, number 40, running into the screen right now. Her twin sister, number 30, Bree Verdi, also playing in the game.
So Verdi to throw it in. Justine Nelson going to check in for the Red Hawks. And she is already checked in. Golden Steel loses possession.
UT Martin has two sets of sisters on this roster. In this game, both sets of sisters have both played. The McCleary sisters and the Verdi twins all playing in this match.
Under 12 minutes to go here in the second half. Martin 1, SEMO 0. Skyhawks with possession and then lose it. Cloud to throw it in. McCleary kicks it away from Justine Nelson. It's been Asia McCleary who's been marking Nelson a lot in this game. Cloud throws it in. Goes straight out of bounds. It'll be off of a Skyhawk. So Redhawks can remain in possession.
Asia McCleary, one of the reasons why this defense is so good and so unified. She stays in her position and she stays in that shape. Her sister, Addie McCleary, on the other end, is one of the best offensive players that this team has gotten. Hasn't knocked in a goal in her freshman campaign, but she does lead the team in 2 assists already.
Hagen Miller off a Skyhawk. She'll throw it in. She'll leave it for Klinkhart.
In for the Redhawks.
Baker checks in for Hagen Miller.
SEMO throw in. Houston goes down. Foul against the Skyhawks. So Zoe Houston able to draw the foul, and from 15 yards out, the Redhawks will have a free kick.
Houston just now getting up. Looks like that one was a foul committed by Caroline Moore, who just checked in for the Skyhawks. Now you have to wonder if any of this talk between players is real or if it's all set up by the coaches.
So it's Baker and Houston behind the ball from 15 yards out, 16 yards away. Baker with the right foot. On goal. Goal! Baker with the free kick from 16 yards away, and we are tied at 1.
Emily Baker, now is the time for your first goal of the season. Baker knocks in her first one of the year to tie this ball game up. SEMO is now tied with UT Martin at a score of 1-1.
So it was Zoe Houston able to draw the penalty, draw the foul, allowing Emily Baker the free kick from 16 yards away, and she put it in the left-hand part of the net. We are tied at 1 with under 10 minutes to go here in the second half.
The unassisted goal, Emily Baker on that penalty kick. Wow, ferocious kick going into the top left of the net, right by the fantastic goalie in Mac. I mean, that goalie, Mac Titus, is not one that is easily buyable. That ball is not easy to get by Titus, and Emily Baker does it easily. We're sitting in a tie ball game with under 10 minutes to go.
So we'll see who decides to be more aggressive on the offensive end in the last 9 minutes of this match. Throw in for the Redhawks. Again, the Redhawks looking for their first win on the season. Nelson was looking for Baker and throws it to the end of the pitch.
I mean, wow, what a shot there from Emily Baker. We saw right before she got in the game, she was subbed out. Haley Hagenmiller came in, who has scored 2 goals in the last 2 games, subs out, maybe gave Emily Baker her jersey with the sub, maybe threw her some voodoo on that. I don't know what she did, but Emily Baker with the shot ties the game up for SEMO.
Nelson, marked by McCleary. Nelson loses possession, knocked out of bounds. It'll be Skyhawk goal kick.
Nelson, as fast as she is, McCleary just as fast, keeps up with her on that one. That was some good defense there by the Skyhawks.
So both of these teams come in with just 1 win between them on the season. And the Redhawks only have 1 tie. Meanwhile, the Skyhawks have 6 of them. But it's been the Redhawks who've been the most aggressive team here in the second half. And that free kick from Emily Baker tied it at 1.
SEMO scoring their 9th goal of the year. Ryan, this is the 3rd straight game that SEMO has scored. They went 9 games without a score.
They went an entire month without scoring.
And now they are 3 straight games with a score. Coach Klein and this team are putting the pieces together. And now we're tied here in OVC play.
Under 9 minutes to go here in the second half, tied at 1. The Skyhawk offense is very much a countering offense. So let's see if they try to get on the front foot at all, or if, do they stay in their non-aggressive, pretty much their non-aggressive mode. Alexandra Ways turns the ball over, and it'll be SEMO possession.
I mean, what a game. We have UT Martin scoring their first goal in under 2 minutes, and now under 10 minutes left in the entire match, SEMO getting the 2nd goal of the game. I wonder what's going to happen in these last 10 minutes.
Emma Cloud sends it down. Ball headed away. Emily Baker saying it was tipped by Martin.
SEMO calling for a corner.
They're not going to get it. It'll be a Skyhawk goal kick. Cook! Saved by Geisler. And Cook looking for a penalty. She's not getting it.
Defense laid on by Laya Amat. No penalty called, so clean, stellar defense from Amat, and Geisler keeps her hands on the ground, doesn't let that ball go in between her, makes the save.
Cleary knocks it out. It'll be a throw in for the Redhawks. Nelson keys it in quick. Nelson with the left foot turns the corner, turns it on McCleary, gets tripped. No, it'll be a goal kick for the Skyhawks.
No call on Nelson on that one.
Nelson trying to draw the penalty.
Look, for about 85% of this game, UT Martin has been in the driver's seat. They started this game off 1-0. SEMO's been playing from behind now, and now SEMO's in the driver's seat. It's going to be interesting to see how this offense plays. Do they play aggressive? Do they keep holding back? It looks like they're playing aggressive.
Kretzler sends it forward. Looking for Markovic. Bonensteel gets it taken away. Knocked out of bounds. SEMO possession. Zoe Houston to throw it in. Looking for Bonensteel, knocked out of bounds by the Skyhawks. Under 6 minutes to go in the second half. Klinkart to throw it in. Staring straight into the setting sun here at Houck Stadium. Kretzler with a back header. Nelson! Knocked away. And cleared by the Skyhawks.
SEMO doing a good job at exactly what we said they needed to do. They're keeping possession. They are keeping the ball on their side of the field, doing what UT Martin was doing all first half, it seems like.
Kretzler with a back header. The official gets in the way from Houston. Cloud sends it in. Header by Nelson!
And wow, was that close. Nelson calling for a hold. Thought that McCleary might have been holding her back on that one. And the pass from Cloud into Nelson almost finds the back of the net. We're still at a tie game here.
Bone and Steel helps win possession. Looking for Baker and almost there. Bone and Steel drops it off to Saviano. Saviano switches it out to Elia Amat. Amat to Nelson. Marked by McCleary. Nelson turns it to the middle. Nelson! Save by Titus.
And Nelson, who's been seemingly going to the outside on every one of the last possessions, switches it up, goes to the middle, and gets the shot off with her strong foot. Just couldn't find the net. Titus with a great save.
Amat gets knocked down. It's going to be SEMO possession.
SEMO now out-shooting UT Martin. We just talked about it. UT Martin was out-shooting SEMO. Now SEMO's got 11 shots as to UT Martin's 9. Playing absolutely aggressive to end this half.
Ball in the middle of the pitch, Kretzler. Houston. Markovic. Markovic centers up and over the goal. Goal kick from Martin.
Markovic with a nice turn on that one. Gets by her defender. 9th shot of the year. Not on goal on that one.
Cloud wins it back in. Nelson to Bone and Steel. Bone and Steel turns. Knocked away. Good defense by Addington. And now the Skyhawks look to go the other way. Under 3 minutes to go here in the second half, tied at 1. And it looks like we may have had a handball there. I believe we do. Yeah, a handball against Martin. So it'll be SEMO possession.
And Martin has just not been able to control the ball at all to end this second half. It has been all Redhawks.
Amat to Baker. Wide to Nelson. Nelson turns on McCleary. Nelson drops it off to Baker. Bone and Steel kicks it out. Kretzler from way outside just missed. And it was tipped. It'll be a corner for the Redhawks.
And Kretzler shooting from about 30 out. Keeps the ball on the ground with her right foot. But the ball is just outside of the net. The diving goalie doesn't need to save it. And SEMO's going to get another corner.
This time it'll be Emily Baker to send it in. And she'll do it at the 2-minute mark here in the second half. Baker sends it in high. Loose! Save. And knocked out of bounds. Another corner for the Redhawks.
If you aren't clutching your pearls, if you aren't holding your breath after that, I don't know how you're even watching this game. SEMO's going to get another corner here. Emily Baker's going to be the one to take it.
Baker sends it out. Sends it out wide. Header inside. Amat taken down in the box. Penalty!
Laya Amat draws the penalty in the box, it looks like. The defender, Laya Amat, goes down. And we're going to have to take a second to see what the call is.
It'll be a penalty kick, and it looks like it's going to be Emily Baker who's going to take it. They hand her the ball. Clock is stopped. Minute 15 to go.
Laya Amat on the bottom of your screen, a transfer from Lewis and Clark Community with the clutch play to draw the penalty, and now Emily Baker's got a chance to go.
Baker from the spot. Baker! Goal! A minute 15 to go, and the Red Hawks are that far away from their first win of the season.
Emily Baker with ice in her veins. Not one goal to end this game, but two of them in the second half. Emily Baker, what a shot on the penalty kick.
Perfect location on that penalty as well. Lower left-hand corner. Wouldn't have mattered if the goalkeeper had guessed correctly or not. That ball was not getting saved. And now the Red Hawks are a minute 15 away from their first win on the season. 0-11-1 coming in. The Skyhawks haven't scored since under 2 minutes into this game.
Now, Ryan, they did score under 2 minutes into this game. This game is not over. Skyhawks have plenty of time to score the ball if they want to. Give me just 1 second to talk about the ice in the veins of none other than herself, of Emily Baker, though. Last year, if you were here with SEMO, you know she scored a last-second goal in a 2-game scoring game. Now, this year, what does she do? Her first goal of the game and her second goal of the game in the exact same contest, and possibly another game-winning goal. Emily Baker, what a player and what a time to score.
And now doing the dirty work in the corner, she's able to have it'll be a throw-in for the Red Hawks. Red Hawks keep possession, under 30 seconds to go. Nelson loses it to McCleary. Ball sent back in. Clock continues to move. Under 20 seconds to go. McCleary with the throw-in. Under 10. The countdown has begun. Skyhawks with one more push. That'll do it. Your final score, SEMO 2, UT Martin 1, and the Red Hawks get their first win in the 2025 season.
Emily Baker, 2 goals, takes away the 2 minutes into the game goal scored by Peyton Cook of UT Martin as SEMO wins this match.
Down 1-0 after the first 2 minutes of this game. It was the Red Hawks who were able to score twice in the second half to get their first win on the season. And Coach Klein gets his first win at Southeast Missouri State.
Thanks to none other than Emily Baker, your player of the game for SEMO. 2 shots and 2 goals. What a end to this half for the Red Hawks offense. We talked about this game being a defensive matchup, and SEMO just comes and pummels that and wins the game.
So for Kyler Messenger, I'm Ryan Tate saying so long from Haukfield and Cape Girardeau. Your final score, the SEMO Red Hawks 2, the UT Martin Skyhawks 1. All games airing on ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.